Of course, we'll have the main event with the heavyweights, 2 top 10 heavyweights, Plazibat and Catinas. We'll tell you more about that one coming up. But also on the line tomorrow night, the vacant welterweight belt of glory as Nabiev makes his return to the glory ring. Before we get to the fighters and do our official weigh-ins here, I just want to remind everyone watching at home that if you're in the Netherlands, Videoland is the place to watch Glory Kickboxing. And everywhere else in the world, you, of course, just go to glorykickboxing.com and you'll be directed exactly to where you need to be to get the best seat in the house for another night of fantastic kickboxing, the best in the world on the world's biggest stage here in Bonn, Germany. I want to bring up some important people onto the stage first. Our Glory girls, Stephanie and Bella, please come on up. From our Talent Operations Department, please welcome Robbie Timmers to the stage. And all of our bouts will be sanctioned tomorrow night by Vaughn. That means Alex Engelhart is back with us. He will be overseeing and officiating our weigh-ins here this afternoon. Preliminary bouts, by the way, get started at 7 o'clock local time. That's 1 p.m. Eastern time in the United States if you're watching. 1 hour later, the main card gets started, so 2 o'clock Eastern time for those of you in the U.S. Let's get our preliminary bouts taken care of here, up onto the scales first. As I mentioned, they're both featherweight bouts, and we'll get started with Mohammed El Hamouti and Ahmad Sheikh Musa. El Hamouti stepping onto the scales first. His young professional career, perfect, 7 wins, no losses, 4 of those wins coming by way of knockout. This will be his glory debut. El Hamouti fighting out of Morocco by way of Utrecht, the Netherlands. 64.8 for El Hamouti. Now his opponent, Ahmad Sheikh Musa. He has had 1 prior fight in the glory ranks, won that one, the Golden Boy, 56 wins, 8 losses, 1 draw. That successful debut came in Dusseldorf. 64.9 for Sheikh Musa, fighting out of Oberhausen, Germany, in front of, I'm sure, a partisan German crowd tomorrow night. Sheikh Musa coming in ranked number 8 in the glory featherweight division. 2 more featherweights to get inside the glory ring tomorrow night. Mohammed El Masbahi and Dennis Wosik. El Masbahi, fighting out of Morocco, will be the first to the scales. His professional record stands at 9 wins with 1 loss. More than half of those wins who come by way of knockout. He, too, will be making his glory debut tomorrow night. Good knockout power for a featherweight with a 56% knockout ratio. 63.2 for El Masbahi. Now Wosik, Dennis Wosik, fighting again out of Oberhausen, Germany. He comes in ranked in the featherweight division at number 7 with a professional record of 36 wins, 8 losses, 1 draw, 9 of those wins by knockout. He has 1 prior win here in the glory ranks, defeated Tokyo's Naoki by unanimous decision in his debut this summer at Glory 81. 64.6 for Wosik, who, by the way, also comes in on a 6-fight winning streak, winning 9 of his last 10 bouts. This one's scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds in the Glory featherweight division tomorrow night. Then we get started with our main card. Yuri de Sousa will be taking on Serkan Özkaglian. This is a middleweight matchup. 3 3-minute rounds. De Sousa onto the scales first, fighting out of Portugal. By way of Germany, he has fought his way into the top 10 of Glory's world rankings. As a professional, 43 wins, 7 losses, 1 draw, 20 of those wins by knockout. Bad news. Made his debut in Dusseldorf at Glory 81. Had a tough matchup against Donovan Visa for the middleweight belt. 84.7 for De Sousa. Now, Serkan Özkaglian. He's here out of Turkey. by way of the Netherlands. And speaking of those Glory World rankings, he currently is number 2 with a record of 43 wins, 7 losses. Look at these knockouts, though. 34 career knockouts with 3 prior Glory appearances. He had a 58-second knockout at Collision 3 that earned him the debut of the year in 2021. 83.4 for Coglian. 2 middleweights battle it out tomorrow night. 3 3-minute rounds. That will be a good one. Then it's the heavyweights stepping into the Glory ring, and Mikhail Plazibat is here to take on Jafar Wilness, who will be making his first Glory appearance in 3 years, and we're looking forward to the return. Let's get Plazibat onto the scales here from Warsaw, Poland. A veteran of 17 professional fights, 11-5-1 with 5 career knockouts, his first appearance inside the Glory ring, winner of 6 of his last 7 fights, a pro-European heavyweight champion. 115.2 for Mikhail Plazibat. Now, Jafar Wilness making his return to the Glory ring. His 16th Glory appearance. But as I mentioned a moment ago, first time since 2019, we saw him at Collision 2 versus Antonio Plazibat. He won his first 3 fights after making his debut in Brussels, all the way back at Glory 2 in 2012. 32 wins, 13 losses, 1 draw. 110.3 for Jafar Wilness. His career highlights, by the way, include decisions over Jamal Ben Sadiq and Tomas Mosley. Next up, it is the lightweights. And again, a debut for this fighter out of Germany, Sihan Akipa, taking on Itai Gershon in the lightweight division. Akipa, a veteran of almost 60 career professional fights, 48 of those wins, 10 of those losses, 18 career knockouts. Making his debut, he calls himself the Punisher. Also a mixed martial artist, by the way. Undefeated in MMA, 5-0, 4 of those came by way of knockout. 69.9 for Sihan Akipa. Now, Itai Gershon, he comes in ranked number 5 in Glory's lightweight world rankings. 17 wins, 5 losses, 1 bout scored even, and 6 of those wins by knockout. Trained in Muay Thai and kickboxing, he fought to a split decision draw at Glory 78 in Rotterdam last year with Garrick Belay. 69.8, Gershon is here from Jerusalem, Israel. And as I mentioned, ranked number 5 in the Glory lightweight division. Then we turn our attention to the welterweights in one scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. Lots of new faces in the Glory ring, and we always love to see this. You never know when the next world champion may be making his first step through those Glory ropes. Mark Treisberg taking on Joelton Luterbach. Treisberg is here fighting out of Utrecht, the Netherlands. 19 wins, 3 losses, 2 of those wins by knockout. He's a Dutch-style fighter who loves low kicks. 76.9 for Treisberg. Now, Joelton Luterbach is here. Born and fighting out of Brazil by way of Ingolstadt, Germany. 13 professional bouts, 12-1, with 6 of those wins by knockout. This will be his Glory debut. Peregrino, battle-tested in MMA with nearly 50 career fights, now decides he wants to do stand-up and fight the best in the world on the world's biggest kickboxing stage. He turned his attention to kickboxing and Muay Thai on 5-fight winning streak. $77 even for Luterbach. 3 3-minute rounds in Glory's welterweight division. The co-main event of the evening, 5 rounds scheduled for the vacant welterweight championship of the world. Semeleer makes his debut, and Nabiev makes his return to the Glory ring. We're excited to see Semeleer step into the ropes here for Glory. Fighting out of the Netherlands, 32 wins with just 1 loss, 17 of those wins by knockout. He has one prior Glory appearance. Bad News ND arrives on a 6-fight winning streak dating back to 2019, and he's coming off a 3rd-round knockout in his debut over Albania's Shadran Veseli. 76.1 for Semeleer. Now, his opponent, Nabiev, making his return to the Glory ring. Fighting out of Baku, Azerbaijan, he is ranked number 2 in the Glory World Rankings. With a professional record of 52 wins, 8 losses, 21 of those wins by knockout. This will be his 9th Glory appearance. The Professor last fought a Collision 3 in Arnhem 1 year ago, and he is the winner of 3 of his last 4 Glory starts. 76.8 for Alim. I want to get one quick question with both of these fighters, if we can, for just a moment. I think we've got... Here we go. Alim, will you ask him, please? He's had 2 prior shots at the Glory belt and come up short. How does he feel going into this matchup?
Как ты чувствуешь проходить этот 3-й раз, то есть возможность выходить на титул и разница между 1-м, 2-м разом и 3-м?
Я готов как никогда. Я уверен в себе в этот раз намного больше, чем в прошлые разы. Я прошел длительный лагерь, хорошо подготовлен с моей командой. И очень уверенно я покажу себя в эту субботу. И, иншаллах, победа будет наша.
So, first of all, with the God's will, we're going to win it. We're going to get the belt. I'm mentally very better prepared. Next to mentally also, I had a very, very good camp. So I'm very good prepared for it. I'm ready for it.
What does he know about this opponent?
Что ты знаешь про твоего оппонента?
Хороший, достойный соперник, скоростной, физически сильный. Молодой. Будет хороший бой, мне интересно побить его, так как он является один из перспективных бойцов. Ему дали шанс подраться за пояс Глории. И я думаю, что будет интересный бой, будет достойный соперник.
So it's going to be an interesting fight. So my opponent is a young, talented guy, very tough, he's fast and he's strong. So it's going to be a good fight. I think he's very talented, so.
Good luck tomorrow night. Andy, step over here. You heard what he said about you. We've been excited to see you step into the Glory ring again. You are a 3-division champion in Infusion. You pretty much cleared out all of your opponents over there. What's your anticipation stepping into the Glory ring?
Yeah, I'm excited. I train hard for it. I'm ready for it. Yes.
And what do you know about Nabiev? I'm sure you've watched him fight.
Yeah, he's a good fighter. He has good eyes. I let people good miss. But yeah, we can play my game.
He has been known to try and intimidate and actually taunt opponents in the ring. A bit of a showman. What do you think about that inside the ring, and how will you counter?
I don't gonna play that game with him. Not a mind game. I go kickboxing, of course. Just let him play, and I go punch him.
We wish you the best of luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.
That one's scheduled for 5 3-minute rounds. And you see the Glory belt here that is up for grabs tomorrow night. We'll fill that in the welterweight division. Then we make way for the main event. It's the heavyweights stepping into the ring. 3 3-minute rounds as Raul Iron Catinas takes on Antonio Plazibat. Let's get Catinas onto the scales first. He's here out of Romania, ranked number 10 in the Glory World Rankings with a record of 41 wins and 7 losses. 33 of those wins by knockout, by the way. That's an 80% career ratio. Made his debut in Rotterdam at Glory 78 versus Nordin Mahadin. 109.5 for Catinas. And his opponent, Antonio Plazibat. He is the number 1 contender in the heavyweight division. And here fighting out of Split, Croatia. 21 career wins versus 4 defeats. 15 of those wins by knockout, 6 and 1 in Glory, half of those wins coming by way of knockout. He comes to Bonn, Germany on a 3-fight winning streak, all by knockout, and made his debut back in Paris at Glory 66. 121.5 for Plazibat. That is your main event coming up tomorrow night here at Maritime in beautiful Bonn, Germany. And again, I want to get just a couple of questions with both of these fighters. There's been quite a bit of talk over the last certainly couple of days, but for the last couple of weeks. Antonio, this was not the fight that you were looking for. Is there a chance, because you want a shot at the belt and you want Rico Verhoeven, is there a chance that you would overlook this fight, waiting for the next one?
No, the fight is not overlooked. I'm ready for it, and I cannot wait, honestly. I want to fight now, and I'm ready for 1 round of madness, and I need to go through him and through the whole division to get to the actor and to make him stop acting and start fighting.
I mentioned in his introductions he has an 80% knockout ratio. You also have many knockouts. It happens in the heavyweight division of Glory. You said you're ready for 1 round. Any chance this goes the distance?
No, not possible. If he comes to fight like he says he will come to fight, then 1 round is enough.
Let's get Raul over here for just a moment. You two have had quite a bit of back and forth conversation for the last couple of weeks. Your thoughts going in with the number 1 contender?
Man, he's talking too much, man. I'm tired. I'm really tired of his interviews and KOs. And, I promise you tomorrow I'm going to come directly to you and you're going to see how strong you are in that fucking chin,
He told you a couple of days ago, because we've talked about your knockout power, that recently the knockouts that you have on your record were against old guys that were worn out. He's obviously a young man looking for the title. Is there a difference to you?
No, but who knock out? Who is his knockouts? He knock out a light heavyweight and he knock out Benny. Other guys, I don't know. Who are the other guys? How he talk about me? I fight with all the big guys in the old K1, so.
He says 1 round. What do you say?
Yeah, 1 round. 1 round.
Better be in your seats tomorrow night for this one, your main event. Scheduled for 3. They say it will only go 1. That's the way we wrap up the night for Glory 82. It's going to be a great night, as it always is, on the world's biggest kickboxing stage here in Bonn, Germany, a beautiful Maritime. Again, if you're watching the weigh-ins from anywhere in the world, if you're in the Netherlands, it's Videoland. Elsewhere in the world, just go to glorykickboxing.com. We're going to have another great night here in Germany. One thing left to ask everybody, are you ready for glory?
And just like that, Ali, the Professor Nabiev.
Unique ability to drop his opponent.
Brilliant timing, perfect execution. What a glory debut for Denis Vochen.